These buildings were literally abandoned at one time. When I was at Western, I brought friends down here all the time. We would wander through these buildings. Doors were wide open. Some of the windows were knocked out, and hoping that, hoping someday that they would be restored. And I never dreamed that I'd get to be a part of that, which is pretty nice. When this was built in 1913, this was a tremendous house, especially for rural Butler County. There really weren't any other houses built like this one, and haven't been really since. It was built by the government at a time when the government had lots of money to spend, and it is put together in a pretty tremendous way too. When this was first settled as part of the frontier, it was a river very difficult to navigate. There were parts that were so deep you couldn't find the bottom. There were other parts so shallow you could literally walk across it. So when the locks and dams were put in the 1830s, that allowed the river to be navigable for the first time. I can remember in the 1960s when I was a little kid coming up here on Sunday afternoons, there were all sort of people who came just to enjoy this very, very well-maintained environment. The river had everything to do with everything in the history of this county. When the restoration process started, it made it pretty easy for us that the federal government supplied floor plans of the house from 1912 and 1913. So we have access to the original floor plans. It's a restorationist dream. You don't have to have a lot of guesswork when you're looking at the floor plan, and it's very, very easy to figure out. I drive 35 minutes to work every day in South Union. But there's just something about this place. I love the environment of Woodbury. I mean, all you really got to do is look around at the natural setting, and it's a pretty appealing place to wake up in each morning. It's very quiet like this most of the time. It's just a good spot. And then I think too, the family connection. I'm real family oriented, and my roots are strong here, so I think that holds me in Woodbury too.